Steve Ganyard, who travels frequently to Asia. And Steve, let me ask you right away, this is a hugely provocative test. How do you see it?
Hugely provocative indeed, Martha, but it's also a big step change in North Korean nuclear technology. In the past, they'd been able to do a much simpler form of an atomic bomb. This thermonuclear bomb is 5 to 10 times more powerful than anything they've ever demonstrated before, which represents a much bigger threat, not only to the region, but to the United States.
And we saw that picture of Kim Jong-un with what looked like a small nuclear weapon and a missile. What message is he trying to get across?
This is most concerning because we know, or at least we believe, that they'd miniaturized one of their smaller nukes. If they're able to miniaturize one of their new thermonuclear devices, then that means 5 to 10 times more powerful, that much more of a threat to the United States.
South Korea this morning is saying that they will discuss ways to deploy the strongest strategic assets. What are they saying?
The president of South Korea seems to be signaling that he's going to ask the U.S. to redeploy tactical nuclear weapons. These are Cold War weapons. They're called a silver bullet. It looks like a bomb, and it's silver, but it is a miniature tactical battlefield nuclear weapon. We pulled them off the South Korean peninsula in the early 90s. It sounds like the South Koreans are asking to have them redeployed so that a nuclear capability is on alert and ready to protect the South Korean people.
So, Steve, what do you think the options are here?
The U.S. really has no military options. Nobody wants to conduct a preemptive or a preventative war. The cost would just be too high in lives, especially on the Korean Peninsula. But the U.S. will go back and look at economic sanctions. Prime Minister Abe and President Trump have talked personally 3 times this week, and so there may be something brewing in the UN. But other than economic sanctions, we may have to learn to live with a nuclearized North Korea.
Thanks very much for joining us, Colonel Ganyard.
Thank you, Martha.
That was Colonel Steve Ganyard speaking to us.